Mr. Beast is in the hot seat again for whatever reason. He's getting a lot of criticism for his philanthropy efforts. We're going to talk about why I think this is happening and why the internet sometimes is quick to pitchfork without looking at all of the facts. Another example of attempts to cancel somebody. So Mr. Beast is facing criticism after donating 20,000 pairs of shoes to South African children, which, I mean, more power to him. Fucking awesome. I think he's amazing. On top of that, he's a really down-to-earth guy, as it seems. It really translates on camera that he likes not only entertaining, but helping people out. I mean, look how much money he gives. Now, sure, people could be like, oh, he's doing it for tax purposes and all this. At the end of the day, he's helped change a lot of people's lives, and he works hard. He's like one of the hardest workers I've seen on the planet, YouTube aside. So let's talk about this, because this comes shortly after, just a month or so ago, he got a lot of problems from his, I guess, curing blindness video where he helped do, payments for certain people to get treated for blindness or something like that. I don't know. It was like for cataracts or something like that. So, yeah, he's been getting, like, every time he does something really good, people think it's for attention for whatever reason. So let's go ahead and take a look at this article. This is from Deseret News, Deseret.com. And you can see this says, he is under fire again this time because the star gave shoes to 20,000 South African kids. He made a video post on Wednesday saying for hundreds of thousands of kids in South Africa, the only thing standing between them and an education is a simple pair of shoes. He went on to explain that many kids in South Africa have to walk barefoot for miles over harsh terrain, broken glass, and contaminated water to get to school. Mr. Beast teamed with Johannesburg charity called Barefoot No More. The nonprofit makes shoes out of an innovative material designed for durability, comfort, and flexibility. The shoes are also waterproof and stretched to fit a growing foot. Once he acquired the shoes, Mr. Beast traveled to Cape Town to find these schools whose students are in the most desperate need of help. He then gave out 20,000 pairs of Barefoot No More shoes to South African students. So what exactly is wrong with that? That sounds like a phenomenal effort for me. You know, if I could get 20,000 pairs of shoes, I'll go do it. Shit, if I could get 10 pairs of shoes to give out to homeless people. I've done blankets. I've done jackets. I've gone and helped at soup kitchens. I've done people's front yards for free. I definitely believe in philanthropy. I've raised funds every year for Extra Life, so I believe it. Now, sure, there's people who say, oh, if you do charity, if you give to charity, it shouldn't be something that's presented like, oh, look at me, like some kind of vanity project, which we're going to touch on that in a second, because the general consensus that you're about to see is that people feel that Mr. Beast is doing it to gain notoriety, that he's doing it for attention, that he's getting rich off of it and stuff like that. And hold your opinion aside, because mine might be completely different than what you have. And, you know, at the end of the day, somebody's doing good stuff, and it's causing a bit of an uproar here for whatever reason. And we're going to look at some tweets that are featured on here too. So this is not the first of the social media stars' philanthropic efforts. I always mess up on that word. Philanthropic efforts. Early this year, he funded cataracts surgery for 1,000 people suffering blindness, an act for which he was called demonic. So, yeah, he was legitimately called demonic because of helping people with the cataracts. So, this goes on to say in 2020, he planned to use his main channel's influence to one day open hundreds of homeless shelters and food banks and give away all the money. That's my game plan, and if you don't believe me, just watch. I promise I'm dying with $0 in my bank account, and I refuse to live a materialistic life. So you can see these are some of the tweets where he just goes on. I want to build other game channels, other channels like Beast Gaming and Beast Reacts, so I can run my main channel at a loss and grow as big as possible, and then use my main channel's influence to one day open hundreds of homeless shelters. So he did make a channel, and it's called Beast Philanthropy. And this is where he showcases a lot of his efforts for charity. You can see every video has a fundraiser icon after it, because he's having funds raised for specific fundraisers. Like you can see Donate to Beast Philanthropy right here. This has raised $7,000 total right here. And he usually has like links to everything. All these videos on here feature efforts, like philanthropic efforts, where he's doing good things, providing water, providing shoes, showcases different charities, and you know what I mean? Like it's something that I feel should be commended. Unfortunately, when people do stuff like this, there's always naysayers, right? For whatever reason, fans have been criticizing him. Backlash for donating shoes. So you can see, here's a tweet. This is from an individual named Zachary Beach, who says, people praising things like this good guy, MrBeast, ignore the reality that he makes a profit from these types of videos. This isn't really charity. Now, I hope you guys know anything that is featured on his Beast Philanthropy channel, he doesn't make an income off of. He gives literally all the ad revenue. 100% of the profits from my ad revenue, merch sales, and sponsorships will go towards making the world a better place. So all income, ad revenue, merch sales, and sponsorships that are featured on this channel, on Beast Philanthropy, 100% of it, plus the fundraise, efforts that he has on it, go towards philanthropy. So for somebody like this Zachary Beach guy to be saying this, he's misunderstanding. He's totally out of the loop. This is a video. This video with the shoes is on his philanthropy channel, not his main channel. So he's not making a profit off of this. This is somebody that's misinformed, possibly bitter, possibly just all around a moron. So you can see Salty Sugar saying, millionaire philanthropy is a band-aid that covers the core issues that force people into terrible conditions in the first place. People are not mad at MrBeast. They're mad at the system. So you're making a straw man statement here. This person, Salty Sugar, is basically upset just because he's rich. This is one of those people that cancels people just because they're rich. Now, going on, you can see, I don't want to get yelled at again, but you guys know this is all really weird, right? Like, can you look at beyond X thing is good and think about the wider context in which all this happens, including the nature and incentives of charity content? Again, these are people that are speculating and adding straw man arguments to something that should be commended because he's clear and transparent that 100% of it is going towards his philanthropy. So you can see there are some people. MrBeast found an infinite money glitch where philanthropy pays for more philanthropy. Y'all need to chill on him. This person, Bryson, says, MrBeast gives away millions of dollars through philanthropic efforts. Internet haters. He's doing it for views money. MrBeast, I don't keep the money from this channel. I just give it away to more people. Moral of the story, haters gonna hate. Do you? And you are not wrong. You can see, I'm pretty confident the kids in Africa who now have shoes are pretty happy with MrBeast. So are the people who are now literally not blind anymore. So again, the blind whole thing, I have no idea why he got so much heat from it. Everything that he does do on this channel, Beast Philanthropy, again, 100% of all revenue earned through merch, ads, it goes towards the charities. Like, why would you be upset of that and assume that he's making income off of it? He even has to clarify this all the time. You can see clarified on his Twitter right here. He put, just a reminder for those of you that don't normally watch this channel, Beast Philanthropy is a charity we run, and all the revenue from these videos goes towards running our food pantries and helping people around the world. Our charity owns this channel. I thought it'd be fun to use my fame to create a loop of helping, film good deed, inspire millions of kids to do good, use revenue from good deed to do next good deed. But of course, you can't deal with stupid. You can't explain things to stupid. So I personally think he's a good guy for doing this. If I had the resources as big as him, I would be doing just as much and spreading, the positivity. Of course, you can't have good things without people assuming and being jealous, because I think that's ultimately what it is there's a bitterness of these people calling for backlash against him because they're totally misinformed. They think he's making millions off of philanthropy. First of all, he couldn't do that. That would be like a form of fraud. First of all, if you're using charities and foundations for that, which corrupt politicians and stuff do that. But on top of that, man, it all starts, with being inspired. We all could do stuff. We could all do something to help. You could find a local food pantry to donate canned goods to. You can help, volunteer your time at an old folks home. You could help people in your neighborhood by doing their yards. I was in a fraternity that lived through philanthropy. We did a lot of volunteer work. We had to do a certain amount of hours in my fraternity in order to actually be involved in it in a regular basis every semester. On top of that, my college forced everybody to do volunteer hours. So I'm all for volunteering your time and doing good deeds and stuff. So, I just don't understand the hate that Mr. Beast is getting, why people want to try to cancel him. To me, it's just a bunch of idiots. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.